It was recently announced that there's going to be another Die Hard movie. The new film will largely be set in the 70s, where we'll see how the young McClane came to be such a badass in the first place. That narrative will then be spliced together with a present-day adventure, with Willis back as the older John McClane. I'm going to start off with the inevitable joke and get it out of the way so that we can all move on with our lives, and more importantly, this video. The Die Hard franchise needs to die hard. Ha 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 ha. Okay, good. Moving on. We've all seen Die Hard, right? Of course you have. However, as you move along the sequels, less and less people have been seeing them. Also, less and less people have cared about the franchise in general. The Die Hard films peaked at the box office with their third film, and then the fourth film did worse, and then the fifth film was a huge flop. So clearly, the movie studios are starting to realise that Die Hard sequels aren't selling tickets anymore. So what do? Do they come up with a different movie? No, they get to work on another Die Hard movie. However, this time, they put their heads together so hard that they all decided that a prequel would be a good idea. If you can find me someone who is excited about this idea, I will show you someone who most likely also enjoyed the Expendables franchise. Die Hard is a classic. It is widely considered to be the ultimate action movie, and no matter how hard the studios have tried to tarnish its reputation by spitting out unnecessary sequels, they have not yet succeeded. None of those sequels have made me think, Die Hard isn't that great, because Die Hard is that great. When they do make this dumb prequel, it will not affect my love of the original, but it will also not trick me into seeing it by having Die Hard in the title. Here's the thing, the story could have potential, but they will take that story and ram it into the cookie cutter shapes needed to allow it to fit in with the rest of the Die Hard series. I would much rather they just created a new and original cop movie. I don't need a Bruce Willis voiceover. If the studios want nothing but money, then surely they should consider the amount that they could save by not having Bruce Willis in the movie at all. He is well known to be a greedy, money-grabbing actor who would like to do as little work for as much money as possible. This is exactly why he wasn't in the third Expendables movie. He wanted $1 million for every day he was on set. That is ridiculous. Considering that was in a film that starred an ensemble cast, I dread to think what he would demand on a film that heavily features him. We don't need a Die Hard origin story. Die Hard is an origin story. He was a beat cop before that film. Nothing more, nothing less. He was unimportant, but when the call to action came in Die Hard, his time to step up was glorious and epic. Then they decided to turn him into Superman for the sequels. If you want to see a good action movie, watch John Wick or watch The Raid. These films are fantastic, and sadly, more people will see the 6th Die Hard movie than will check out those movies. Do the right thing. Give some love to some lesser known action movies.